Welcome back to Journey Worldly. There's one card in my travel wallet that I didn't include in my recent credit card setup video. And honestly, that's probably because I don't think of it as a credit card. It's my Charles Schwab Debit card. And while this card isn't earning me airline miles or hotel points, it's serving a completely different purpose in my travel strategy. When I'm traveling internationally, especially in Latin America, I want a reliable way to access cash without getting hit with unnecessary fees. That's where Charles Schwab comes in. The Schwab Bank Investor checking account comes with a debit card that I use specifically for international travel. The biggest advantage is the Schwab doesn't charge a foreign transaction fee when I use the debit card internationally. And even more importantly for me, Schwab provides reimbursement for ATM fees. That can be a huge advantage when you're traveling because ATM fees can add up quickly. You might have a local ATM charging you a fee, your bank might charge you another fee, and there can potentially be currency conversion costs on top of that. With the Schwab debit card, I don't have to worry about Schwab adding a foreign transaction fee to my purchase, and the eligible ATM fees are reimbursed. Now there's an important distinction here. A local ATM operator can still charge a fee. Schwab doesn't necessarily prevent that fee from appearing at the ATM. Instead, Schwab reimburses eligible ATM fees, including those from ATMs outside the United States. That reimbursement is one of the biggest reasons I carry this card when I travel. You might be wondering, if you have all these travel credit cards, why not just use your credit cards everywhere? And I absolutely do use my credit cards whenever credit cards are accepted, but cash is still important when traveling. There are restaurants, taxis, small businesses, markets, street vendors, parking areas, and other situations where cash can be much easier. And sometimes you simply want to have local currency in your wallet. For example, when I'm traveling to Colombia, Costa Rica, or Guatemala, or anywhere else internationally, I don't want to be completely dependent on credit cards. Having a debit card specifically for ATM withdrawals gives me another option, and that's exactly how I use my Schwab card. I don't carry it because I want to earn points. I carry it because I want access to my money when I'm traveling. This is where the Schwab card fits perfectly into my overall strategy. My credit cards each have a specific job. My Capital One Saver is my dining and grocery card. My Quicksilver is my catch-all card. My Venture One is the gateway to Capital One's travel transfer partners. My JetBlue Plus card gives me airline benefits and works well for my JetBlue travel. My Wyndham Earners Plus helps me earn hotel points and rewards on gas, dining, and groceries. But the Schwab debit card, that's my international cash access card. It's not competing with any of my other credit cards. It's complementing them. And that's something I think that is really important when you're putting together a travel wallet. You don't necessarily need every card to do the same thing. Sometimes the best card to carry is the one that solves a problem. For me, that problem is accessing cash overseas without worrying about ATM fees and foreign transaction fees from my bank. Now, there's one extremely important thing you need to know when using your Charles Schwab debit card internationally. Always pay attention when the ATM asks about currency conversion. You may see a screen asking if you want to withdraw money in US dollars or in the local currency. This is where you want to be really careful. I recommend choosing local currency and decline the ATM's dynamic currency conversion or DCC option. So you may be wondering, what exactly is dynamic currency conversion? It's simply when the ATM or merchant offers to convert your foreign currency into US dollars for you right there at the ATM. It may look really convenient because you immediately see the amount in dollars, but there is a catch. The ATM operator is essentially choosing the exchange rate for that conversion, and that rate can be significantly higher than the rate you'd be receiving by allowing the normal card network currency conversion to take place. And there's another very important reason I decline it when using the Schwab debit card. Charles Schwab ATM fee reimbursement and foreign transaction fee benefits do not apply when you choose dynamic currency conversion. So if the ATM gives you the choice between accepting its conversion into US dollars or continuing the transaction with local currency, choose the local currency and decline the conversion. When I'm traveling, I want my money strategy to be just as organized as my flight and hotel strategy. I'm already using credit card points to reduce the cost of my flights. I'm using hotel rewards to reduce accommodation costs. I'm using cashback cards for everyday purchases. And then I have the Charles Schwab debit card as my backup for accessing cash internationally. It's a very simple system. My credit cards are designed to earn rewards. My Charles Schwab card is designed to give me convenient access to my money when I'm outside the United States, and that's an important distinction. I don't carry this card because I want to earn airline miles. I don't use it because I'm trying to accumulate hotel points. I carry it because cash is still part of traveling internationally. There are restaurants that don't accept credit cards, small businesses, local markets, transportation, street vendors, parking, and plenty other situations where having local currency can make life much easier. I've traveled through Colombia, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Puerto Rico, and other destinations where having access to cash gave me another option when traveling. And that's why the Charles Schwab debit card has become an important part of my travel wallet. When you look at my entire wallet, each card has a specific job. My Capital One Saver is primarily for dining, groceries, entertainment, and other bonus categories. My Capital One Quicksilver is my catch-all card for purchases that don't fall into those categories. My Capital One Venture One is my gateway to Capital One's airline and hotel transfer partners. My JetBlue Plus card gives me the benefits when I fly JetBlue, including the free check bag benefit and additional opportunities to earn True Blue points. My Wyndham Earners Plus helps me earn hotel points while giving me a strong rewards on gas, dining, and grocery purchases. And then there's my Charles Schwab debit card. It has a completely different job. It's my international cash access card, and that's what I like about building a travel wallet up this way. Every card doesn't have to do everything. Instead, each one has a purpose. So while I left the Charles Schwab debit card out of my original credit card setup video, I actually think it deserves its own conversation, because this isn't really about earning points. It's about saving money, avoiding unnecessary fees, and having access to your money while traveling internationally. And for me, that's just as important as earning travel rewards. If you're traveling internationally, especially to countries where cash is still widely used, I strongly recommend learning how your debit card handles foreign transactions and ATM withdrawals before you leave home. And if you're using the Schwab debit card, remember the most important lesson from this video. When the ATM asks about currency conversion, decline the dynamic currency conversion and choose the local currency. Don't let a screen that shows US dollars make you think you have to accept the conversion. You can usually continue the transaction in the local currency. Read the screen carefully, take your time, and don't automatically choose the option that looks easiest. Those few seconds can make a difference. And of course, always check the current Charles Schwab account terms before your trip, because fees, reimbursements, and account benefits can always change. If you're interested in learning more about how I use credit cards, points, miles, and travel rewards to make international travel more affordable, check out my other Journey Worldly videos. I'll also leave links to my travel gear, credit cards, and other travel resources in the description. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's continue the journey.